All right, this is Boxing with the Truth. I am the Truth, and today is March 20th, 2016, and today we are here with Vyron Phillips out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. How you doing today, Vyron?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you taking time to do the interview. I know you got a huge fight tonight, and we're going to talk about that. A lot of people are trying to understand how this came about, so let me break it down a little bit. Vyron Phillips is actually going to fight Roy Jones Jr. tonight, former world champion, and everybody's saying, well, why is this fan fighting Roy Jones Jr.? First of all, let me break this down. You are not just a fan. To me, a fan is a guy that sits on a couch and watches the sport on TV. You are actually a former amateur boxer and a professional MMA fighter known as Vyron "The Cannon" Phillips, who actually has a record of 5 wins, 3 losses with 4 KOs, correct?
Yeah, actually 6 wins, 3 losses. They just updated that a couple days ago. So 6 wins, 3 losses, 5 KOs.
Okay.
Sorry, 4 KOs. Yep. But yeah, that's me, Vyron "The Cannon" Phillips.
So you're not just a guy coming off the couch eating chips, watching boxing on TV that has no fighting skills at all.
No, sir. I belong in there, 100%.
Okay, so let's break this down. How exactly did you get this opportunity to fight Roy Jones Jr.? Supposedly, if you win, you get $100,000. Is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, so take me back how this all started.
Well, actually, I was coming back from Japan. I had a fight in Japan in the Pancras MMA fight. I was coming back, and I jumped online just to check about what they're saying about the fights, and I seen this thing come up about potential fan fights Roy Jones Jr. And then it was like, more information coming soon. So I kept on checking out the website, and then it was like, okay, audition, send us some tapes, and then for your chance to fight them. And I'm thinking, I'll put some tapes in there, and they're not going to take me to have it all set up, blah, blah, blah. So I made a video, I sent it in, audition video. They accepted it, and then they called me back a couple days later and said I made it on. And then from there, I got top 4, and then from top 4, it was the finalist 4. I had to get the most votes to see who fight them, so it was up to the fans. So it was 3 days to get the most votes between me and 3 other guys, and these guys was professional boxers with like 25 fights, 1 win. One guy was 15-0. So I was one of those actual professional boxers, and I've been there at the time before they updated my record was 5-3, MMA guy. So I ended up getting 4,500 votes in 3 days to win the votes by 1,500 or so. And I got the fight, and it was still surreal. I'm like, okay, I got the fight, but let me see what's going to really happen, what's going to come up. And no, it was real. I still had some hoops to jump through as far as getting the license from the committee, but yeah, it happened like that.
But you gotta admit, when they first advertised it, they said a fan, and everybody was thinking just some random guy, no fight experience. And like you just said, the top 4 guys, 3 of them were actually professional boxers, and you're an MMA guy that's has a amateur background as a boxer. So I mean, really, it's not just a regular fan coming off the couch.
That's true. You know what? And this one thing that people should understand about the fan aspect. No matter how. Even though I was the #1 boxer, MMA guy in the world, I can still be a fan of the sport. So I might not be your typical fan eating chips on the couch or whatever. I'm still a fan of the sport. I'm still a fan of Roy Jones. So I still fit that mold of being a fan. But they did have it sold more towards, at the beginning, just a regular fan. But the boxing committee, which makes sense, couldn't do that. You can't just put a regular fan in there with the champ because you don't know what can happen. So I understand why they kind of went away from just a regular fan. So, okay, you can be a fan but have some type of combat experience. Because I have over 20 MMA fights, 9 professional fights, 6 or 7 amateur boxing fights, plus 1 in provincials and tons of jiu-jitsu tournament wins. And they were still kind of like, well, we don't know if we're going to let Vyron get the license to fight him. So they're really serious about the safety of the fan. So that's why they had to go away from just a regular fan.
Okay.
And from my background, I still have to go through some hoops just to even be here.
And also another thing I want to bring up is Roy Jones actually fights at cruiserweight. For some people that they might not be aware, that's around 190 pounds or so, give or take a few pounds. You normally fight a little lower than that, right?
Yeah, I fight at 170, and Roy Jones fights heavier. His last fight was at 200, so this fight was a 200-pound catch weight. So I had to try to put some weight on just to let me be able to be qualified to fight. So he stepped on the scale at 201 yesterday. I stepped on at 194. So I couldn't really get up to 200. But yeah, he's a big guy at this point.
So have you ever actually fought at 194 pounds?
I believe, yep, I think I have one of my boxing fights, amateur boxing fights, I fought at 195. But yeah, it's been a while. But I'm always training with bigger guys, heavier guys, sparring with bigger guys. So I think it'd be fine.
Okay, now like I mentioned before, if you win the fight, you actually get $100,000. But now, is there anything in the contract that states just because you are actually entering the ring, are you receiving any type of payment?
Oh, the only thing is the cash prize is $100,000 to win, and I'm in there to win. So if I'm not successful at that, and I get a bonus or something, or a free ticket around the world, or a ticket to get something to eat, that's fine. But my goal is to win. So my eyes is on the win. So
okay, so as far as you know, if you lose, you just get nothing. You basically got your hotel paid for you. You had an opportunity to fight Roy Jones, and you go back to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, I guess if I lose, I get a free boxing lesson by the champ, I guess.
Well, that's one way to look at it. But I mean, you still can have bragging rights. You can still say, "Hey, I came out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I got a chance to fight Roy Jones." So
that's the thing. Like my whole life changed overnight just from him accepting that fight with me, and just by me being able to fight this guy, my life changed. So me just stepping in that ring and trading blows with the champ, my life is forever different. I'm gonna go down in history, one, as my first professional boxing debut is against Roy Jones. Like, when do you ever see that happen? So that's history of his own. And for me to go in there and compete with them, that's another history milestone. So everything is all good. Like, everything is a successful thing no matter what happens in this situation.
Okay, and just so some of the fans understand, Roy Jones is actually 47 years old. You're 33, correct?
Yeah, 33, feel like I'm 22.
Okay, and just so the fans, in case they want to be able to see this fight, it's actually going to be aired online at it's called yourshow.tv, but it's spelled URSHOW.TV.
Yes, sir.
And there's actually, it's not just your fight. Your fight is the main event, but I believe there's actually 4 different fights on the card. 2 are MMA fights, one's a WWE fight, and then your fight, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Which is a strange combination of a card, because I can honestly say I've never seen 2 MMA fights, a boxing fight, and a WWE fight all on the same card.
I've never seen it either. I think what they got going on, I think it's unique, and I think if it's brand or how it's supposed to be, it can be a unique thing. But it's strange to have 4 different fight disciplines on there. But I think if you're just a wrestling fan, then you can watch it. If you're just a boxing fan, you can watch it. If you just had an MMA fight, then all you have is MMA fans. So it kind of lets different people from different fans from different backgrounds check it out. So
it says it's on pay-per-view. I don't know. Is it on pay-per-view just online, or is it on TV somewhere as well?
It's just on pay-per-view online. The online pay-per-view.
Okay, and do you know what the price of the show is to pay online?
I believe it's $11.99.
Okay, and now I know it also says the fans can get involved as well. They're technically the 4th judge. They can score the fight as well, right?
Yes, I want to say, fans, please tune in and watch this fight, because you guys will be the 4th judge, because if that fight does go to the decision, I want to know what the fans think. We know how it is. You go in there and find the champ, and you got to beat the champ, knock him out to beat the champ. But I still want to know, if it does go to the decision, I want the fans to be watching so they can get their opinion.
Okay, and this card actually starts at 4 p.m. West Coast time, and for the Minnesota fans, that's 6 p.m. here. So definitely tune in. Support your local fighter, Vyron Phillips. I mean, the guy's working hard. He trains. Obviously, he was an amateur boxer. He's an MMA pro. So, I mean, the guy trains hard. This is his opportunity. So please tune in from the state of Minnesota, and anybody else that likes MMA or boxing, and just support him. And, it's a dream come true, honestly. A lot of guys want to do this, and, luckily, you have a chance to fight the champ, like you said. So come on, support him. Tune in, pay your $11.95 or whatever it is. Watch the other 3 fights and enjoy it and see what happens there.
Yeah, come tune in. If you want to come tune in and watch me win, watch me lose, just tune in, watch it. It's going to be a unique show. I promise you. I'm going to come out there. I'm going to surprise a lot of people. I plan on shocking the world. I believe in myself. I believe it's my time. I believe timing is everything. And also, you guys can follow me. I'm on Twitter. Vy Phillips, so it's VYPHLLIPS. Phillips. That's my Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Get some behind the scenes. Get some pictures, some videos, and make sure you guys tune in.
All right. Would you like to say anything to the Minnesota fans?
Minneapolis, man. I was born in Minneapolis. I'm still Minneapolis, Minnesota. So stand behind me, man. Let's do this, Minnesota.
All right. Well, good luck tonight, Vyron. And I hope you take out the champ, man. I really do. This is your dream. This is your opportunity. So leave it all in the ring, man.
I will. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yep. And the truth has spoken.